Previously on 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors.
Wait, then you're saying...
Yeah, I think I've got it figured out. I know who killed Snake and Clover. And now, back to the escape.
For the best experience, guys, I'd highly recommend you watch this video before reading the comments below. Unless, of course, you already know what's going to happen. Enjoy! Oh, shit.
Actually, before we get started, I was hoping you could do something for me.
Junpei stood in front of door 3 and turned around.
Ace 7 and Lotus, could you please place your palms on the red?
Huh?
Why? We need to get to the shower. Why don't we just...
No, we're not going inside. Once you've authenticated, step away from the door.
Why?
Please just do it.
I like how Junpei is like the fucking whiz kid of everybody here. He solves all the shit.
Perhaps you don't want to know who killed Snake and Clover.
Junpei's implication was clear and Seven understood perfectly.
Fine. God dang it.
What about you, Ace? Lotus?
Very well.
Sure, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Quickly they pressed their palms onto the red. Once they finished, they stepped away from the door as Junpei had instructed. 3 asterisks shone from the red's display panel. Junpei approached it and held his bracelet over the scanner. He made quite sure he didn't place his palm on it, and instead only brought his bracelet near it. Wait, what? Held his bracelet over the scanner. He didn't place his palm in it, he brought his bracelet near it. The 4th asterisk appeared, just as Junpei had expected. It was possible to authenticate without placing one's palm on the red, so as long as the bracelet was brought near it. Okay. Oh, you mean you can use the bracelet? I guess that proves you can use the bracelet without having it be on your hand. Junpei pulled the lever down. Door 3 opened like a hungry mouth. 9 long seconds passed. And the door shut unfed. Junpei walked slowly back to the others who were waiting some distance from the door, talking to one another.
Man, this is gonna get all of this shit. I've got my nails to do. You know, before I die.
Say and June had joined them as well. It looked as though they hadn't found a chance to break into the conversation yet. As Junpei approached, they turned to look at him, curiosity plain on their faces. Before long, the other 3 did as well. Clearly, they were all expecting some answers.
Thanks. I appreciate your cooperation.
Clearly, they'd hoped for something more forthcoming. He continued.
By the way, Ace, would you mind if I asked you something?
What is it?
Do you know who I am?
What? What kind of question?
Just answer it, please. Who am I?
You're Junpei. Of course, who else would you be?
Unfortunately, that's the wrong answer. Actually, I'm Santa.
What? What? Ace's voice was full of surprise, but it was also tinged with confusion and fear. What the hell? Everyone else looked nearly as surprised. Santa looked especially shocked to discover he was actually someone else. If he spoke, however, the trap would be exposed. Junpei quickly continued.
The clothes I'm wearing, I borrowed from Junpei. And the clothes he's wearing are mine.
Oh, because he knows he can't recognize their faces.
We had a little swap.
That's ridiculous. Impossible.
So you're saying I'm not Santa?
Of course you aren't.
Why? What makes you sure I'm not Santa?
If you were Santa, then door 3 wouldn't have opened for us just now. 1 plus 7 equals 19. 1 plus 9 would be 10. The digital root would be 1. Where the 4 of us just opened door 3. You couldn't possibly be Santa. Your bracelet number isn't 3. Which means... But that means but he didn't say anything about his face, right?
It's 5, right?
Only then, when it was too late, did Ace realize his mistake. He set his jaw and glared at Junpei.
You're exactly right. My bracelet number is 5.
As he spoke, Junpei lifted his wrist up to show everyone the bright red 5 on his wrist.
Sorry, Ace. I tricked you. Of course, I'm not really Santa. I'm Junpei. Who could possibly think I was? It's obvious I'm not. To think I was, ridiculous. But I guess you couldn't see just how obvious it was. I asked you before, didn't I? What makes you so sure I'm not Santa? And you answered. If you were Santa, then door 3 wouldn't have opened for us just now. Most people wouldn't say something like that. Yeah, right. As their justification for why I'm not Santa, I mean. First thing would come to anyone else's mind would be the bracelet number. There'd be only one thing they'd say. One sentence. You don't have his face. Ace, you have prosopagnosia. Am I right? Junpei's voice was quiet and calm. He knew the truth. So did Ace. He could hear a sudden buzz of conversation from the others.
What's that? Oh wait, I actually know what it was, because I told Junpei about it.
He heard Los begin to explain to them. Ace glanced at them and turned back toward Junpei's side. Very well. I confess. I have prosopagnosia. I cannot differentiate human faces. Is that what this is about? Was about? You want to mock me for my disorder? No, not at all. I'm not making fun of you at all. In fact, I feel kind of bad for you. No, the reason I brought this up is that there's an excellent chance the person who killed Santa has prosopagnosia. Or killed Snake. Ace's face tightened, his eyes narrowed. What do you mean? Junpei leaned casually against the iron piping of one of the beds. I'll just come right out with it. I think it was you, Ace. You killed him. Junpei was suddenly very aware of 5 pairs of eyes on him. He had their undivided attention now. The room had grown very, very quiet. Junpei took a deep breath. That's ridiculous. What possible evidence do you... I have 3 pieces of evidence. The first, think back to a few hours ago. You made us argue over 3 doors here in the big hospital room. There's no way all 7 could go through them. Los suggested that we sacrifice one of us. Los looked away awkwardly.
Oh yeah, that's right, I did say that shit, didn't I? Ha, I'm such a bitch.
Junpei glanced at her and continued. Then you, Ace, said, I'll stay here. Why would you say something like that? It's pretty simple, really. You didn't want us to see the dead body in the shower room. Oh. You see, if Ace stayed behind, there was only 2 doors the rest of us could go through. Door 7 and 8. And there's no way we could get through door 3, the shower room. You knew that, didn't you, Ace? That's why you volunteered to stay behind. Come on now, I think that's going a bit far. I can understand if you're jealous of my bravery, but please don't devalue my actions. I only wanted to save the rest of you. Surely you can understand my altruism. Come on, I'm fucking awesome. Altruism, huh? Junpei stared off into the darkness as something very interesting, and lazily began to dig a persistent bit of wax out of his ear. You already knew, didn't you? You knew that whichever doors we took, eventually we'd end up back in the big hospital room. What on earth are you saying? Of course I didn't know that. How could I have? Honestly, this Snake, Ace is one of the guys we haven't known like anything about. We never got a lot of characteristics out of him even when we were with him. Really? Yes. Bleeding was not something they'd heard from Ace before. Junpei pulled a piece of wax from his ear, glanced at it, and flicked it off into the darkness. Oh well, that's cool. I've still got 2 more pieces of evidence that say you're the killer. The second is that, as I said earlier, you have prosopagnosia. Then you mean to imply that a person who can't distinguish human faces must be a bad person? Junpei, they call that prejudice. No, I'm not that stupid. Then why? Well, before I explain, I suppose there's something I should tell you. The corpse in the shower room, it's not Snake's. What? Ace's face went pale. The others looked confused as well. If the body wasn't Snake's... I didn't put it together right away, but there was something Clover told me. I knew that it wasn't Snake. She said the Snake's left arm was prosthetic. He'd lost his real arm in an accident. But the body we saw in the shower, let's call him Guy X.
Guy X's left arm was definitely flesh and blood. In other words, Guy X couldn't possibly have been Snake. Oh god. No, that's impossible.
He started muttering deliriously to himself, shaking his head back and forth. Oh shit. He's starting to like realize that he killed the wrong person. Junpei was long past caring.
Let's say hypothetically the killer didn't have prosopagnosia. If that were the case, he would immediately realize that Guy X wasn't Snake. Even if the clothes were the same as Snake's, their faces would be completely different. It would have been obvious that they were different people. And yet, they still killed him. Why? Why would they kill a stranger who'd only just shown up? On the other hand, if the killer did have prosopagnosia, it makes sense. They thought Guy X was Snake and killed him. Wait just a moment. Let's say you're right, and I mistook Guy X for Snake. Even if I did, I would have no motive to kill him. Why would I want to kill Snake? I can think of at least two motives. One, Snake knew about your past. If you ever revealed what he knew, that would have been really bad for you. You really didn't want that to happen. So to make sure Snake's mouth stays shut, you killed him. 2. Snake had a grudge against you. You knew that, or at least you could have at least easily assumed he did. Even without exposing your identity, he was a threat to you. You never knew when you might be attacked. You could never let your guard down. Every moment was a moment he might try something. You didn't want that kind of danger hanging over you, so you... Hey, hold on a minute. For the first time since the beginning of the Junpei's explanation, someone besides Ace spoke. What's the past that Ace wouldn't want us to know about? Why does Snake have a grudge against him? Look at this. He handed Santa a small piece of paper. Santa squinted the paper and began to read. Another game was played once before, 9 years ago. The person with the number 2 bracelet attended the game 9 years ago. It was played by the following 4 people. Cradle Farm School's CEO, Gentaro Hongo. What? Is this? Slowly Santa looked up from the paper. His eyes met Junpei's. It's the message from Zero. It was in the safe in the first class cabin. Then suddenly... Give me a break! Ace's face was red and shaking, and his voice was full of fury tinged with desperation. That paper is a lie! Someone is trying to frame me! Me? You said me, right? So that is his name. Junpei's eyes narrowed and the trap began to close. Ace inhaled sharply. His eyes flicked off of Junpei to anything else. Would that mean that you're admitting you're Hongu, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceutical? Or am I mistaken? Oh, you got it! He got you, Ace! Got you, little shit! It was as though a switch had been flipped. The color drew from Ace's face. He realized what he'd done. His eyes went wide. Very well, I admit that much. I'm certainly the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceutical, Gentaro Hongu. So what if I am? I don't know anything about this nonary game that supposedly took place 9 years ago. Everything on that scrap of paper is bullshit. Someone is trying to set me up, you see. First of all, Ace stammered as he tried desperately to work himself to a more tenable position. Junpei, you're claiming I did all this by myself. Think that over, alright? How could I have killed Snake all by myself? Not Snake. It was Guy X. I don't care who it was. You said the killer put this other man into the door 3, right? Yeah, maybe. Then I couldn't have possibly done that alone. I couldn't have opened door 3 with only myself and Guy X. Nope, you could have. Because you stole number 9's bracelet. What? Ace's face was tight and his teeth were clenched. Junpei fixed him with a level stare. The trap was about to close. Actually, Ace, when you were unconscious, I took something from you. Remember when you were injected with that anesthetic and fell asleep in the big hospital room? Yeah, back then. I took this. Junpei put his hand to his pocket. No, you couldn't have. Ace's right hand moved. Ha ha ha! He fucking got you, you little bastard! Junpei smiled. I got you. Damn, Junpei, you were all over this! Got you again, Ace. God, he got you like 5 times in a row. Faked you out. I got you, Ace. Your right hand tells me all I need to know. You want to tell me why you're so worried? What you're so worried about? What's in your pocket? It's the number 9's bracelet, isn't it? Ace, Guy X, and the ninth man's bracelet. That was all you needed to open door 3. That's how you killed Guy X, all by yourself, Ace. All you needed was the number 9 bracelet in your chest pocket.
Ace lowered his hand from where it had stopped, halfway to his pocket. You were fucking defeated, dude. He looked down the floor, his face hidden from Junpei. All he could see was the corner of Ace's mouth, twitching like a dying fish. Dude, you guys better fucking back away from this guy. He's obviously... I mean, he fucking killed Snake. Did he kill he killed Clover, too, right?
If you want to play innocent, that's fine by me. Go ahead, tell me I don't have the bracelet, if that's what you want to. But if you could take off your coat and hand it to me, I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, we'll have to take it from you by force. Right, Seven?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, Junpei. You the best. I fucking love you, you little shit. I know I've been hard on you, but you know I was all out of love. Remember those noogies I gave you earlier? That was out of love. Out of love! Yeah, it'd be my pleasure.
Seven cracked his knuckles with the sound like gunfire.
Behold my brilliance!
Oh shit. Ace roared with laughter. He threw his arms wide and his head back and laughed, filling the room with a sound that scarcely belonged there. Holy shit. Then it stopped. His arms came down and his head dropped to look straight ahead at Junpei. Holy shit. Oh god, the real Ace comes out. No, man! I loved you, Ace!
I fucking loved you, man. Ugh. No. Why, Ace? Why? Why would you betray me?
His face was flat and cold, devoid of any emotion. Well done, Junpei. As you so correctly deduced, I have the number 9 bracelet. I have retrieved it while we were searching for the missing hardware for the Red. I left the room I was supposed to search and headed to the first-class cabin on B deck. His voice showed no emotion, no sense of remorse or interest. It was almost bored, as though he were reciting an especially dull corporate letter. My purpose was to obtain the number 9 bracelet. 9 is a potent ally in the nonary game. Adding 9 to any set of numbers won't alter the digital root. Oh yeah, 9 plus 2, oh yeah, look at that. Oh, he was the one that told 9 to do that, wasn't he? He wanted 9 to get himself killed. And he was saying he lied to me, I knew somebody had fucking lied to him and told him that. As you can see, 9 is a very useful number here. With it, one can go anywhere with anyone. So I made it for the first-class cabin to obtain it. He successfully acquired the number 9 bracelet. He also found an unexpected bonus. The knife the 9th man had been holding. He slipped both of them into his chest pocket and left as quickly as he come. Fuck, so it was him that killed everybody! So was Ace pretending to be dead in that other ending then? Because it was him that it had to be him that stabbed Junpei when he got out of the elevator, and then it's him that killed Clover here. I guess, but does that mean he faked his death? I don't. He walked down the stairs and headed back to where he was supposed to be. That was when he met Guy X and mistook him for Snake. Snake was on his way to the large hospital room and had not noticed Ace behind him. Ace made sure it stayed that way. He followed the man wearing Snake's clothes to door 3. So who the hell is this guy? When the man stopped, he walked up behind him quietly and called out. Snake! The man turned to look at Ace. Who the hell is that? Who is that? He said nothing. No words came out of his half-open mouth. He seemed dazed somehow, almost like a man half asleep. Perhaps he'd been drugged. It didn't matter to Ace. Ace was certain the man was Snake. Oh, what the hell? Who is that guy? Is that Zero, maybe? No? I don't know. He knew Snake had been a part of the nonary game 9 years before. Snake hadn't recognized Ace immediately, but he was blind. That much made sense. Oh. Why then hadn't Snake said anything to him? Surely he hadn't forgotten what had happened to him in the Nunnery game, but not once had he attempted to confront Ace. Perhaps his lack of sight had prevented him from recognizing Ace. Perhaps Snake had conspired with Zero to deceive Ace. Wait, so is Zero the good guy here and Ace is the bad guy? Is that how this is? In either event, he was a threat, and it was better to deal with him sooner rather than later. Ace's mind was made up. He moved. He held the number 9 bracelet over the red. He waved his own bracelet in front of the red and finally grabbed Snake's arm and shoved his hand against the scanner panel. The door opened. Ace threw the man through it. 9 seconds later, the door shut. 81 seconds passed. The man inside the door passed away. After that, I returned to my post as though nothing had happened. After conducting my own search, I returned to the hospital room when the 1 a.m. bell rang. His eyes were cold and his cheeks were hollow and pallid. When he spoke, only his lips and tongue moved. The rest of his face was eerily still. Junpei glared at Ace. He took a deep breath and thought about the next question he had to ask. He didn't want to, but he knew what the answer would be. He just didn't want to hear it. Junpei swallowed and then spoke.
Ace, did you kill Clover?
Yes.
Why? Why did you kill her?
She was Snake's sister. It was possible he had told her something dangerous. Additionally, she had gone through door 1. It seemed likely she might have found it.
Found what?
Why don't you go through door 1 yourself? Perhaps it's hidden somewhere. Seven and Lotus interrupted. Yeah, but Lotus and I went through door 1 too.
We didn't see anything suspicious.
Yes, I thought as much as after I heard your report of the central staircase. I doubt the two of you could find it. But perhaps Clover was different. Perhaps she had found it. I was therefore desperate to find her. What, the number 0? The 0 bracelet? No, it was a dead body in that room. And at last I did in the first class cabin. I spoke very calmly. Did you see it?
See what?
Don't act as if you don't understand. You were in the captain's quarters, weren't you?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Very well. By the way, what are you doing here, Clover?
Nothing.
There's blood on your shoes. It looks fresh. Did you go take a look at the 9th man's corpse? I see. Your silence suggests that you noticed. You saw something, didn't you? You saw this man, his bracelet was gone. Clover ran. She made for the exit, but Ace stood in her way. You aren't going anywhere. He caught her by the collar as she passed and threw her to the floor hard. She leapt back up and darted past him into the hallway. Ace followed at a run. Oh man, it sucks. He was faster. God damn, Ace! God damn, this shit is fucking bananas. That was how I killed Clover. His face hadn't changed. If he felt guilt or remorse or anything one might feel after taking the life of another human being, it didn't show. You son of a bitch! Sam's whole body trembled with rage, and his voice rumbled with hate. Sam's eyes were bloodthirsty, and Lotus and Jim's faces were distorted by anger and hatred. Ace looked at them and smiled. It was a cold, cruel thing, with no humor in it. He shook his head and sighed. I admit it. I've lost. I have lost completely and utterly. But don't misunderstand, Junpei. I didn't lose to you. I lost to Zero, not you. I'm rather disgusted with myself for falling into such a simple trap. So wait, was Snake, was he Zero then? And it was a trap, make no mistake. I was trapped and manipulated by Zero. The man I killed in the shower room. If he wasn't Snake, then I have no idea who he was. But he was wearing Snake's clothes, and that was no coincidence. He had also been injected with something that reduced his cognition and prevented him from identifying himself or resisting me. And we can't forget the components that were removed from the red before we arrived. I have no doubt that Zero planned all of this.
Zero made sure I would kill that man. It follows, of course, that Zero knew everything I would do. That I would try to take the number 9 bracelet. That I would try to kill Snake. Everything.
Suddenly, Junpei remembered the paper he found in the safe. He remembered the last words Zero had written on it. I must punish them, for the innocent lives they sacrificed. This is the only warning they will receive. That innocent souls might be saved. I now state the truth. Zero. And he remembered other words he'd heard from Clover.
I think Zero is one of us.
One by one, Junpei looked at the 5 people standing in front of him. Ace. Santa. June. 7. Lotus. Zero is one of us. No, Junpei paused. There was one more person. Snake. It was clear now that the man who died in the shower was not Snake. That meant that Snake was almost certainly still alive. Perhaps Snake was Zero. Perhaps Snake had made Guy X wear his clothes so that he would appear to be dead. Where was Snake now? Perhaps he was somewhere laughing at them. If he was Zero, surely he had lied about many other things. Was he watching them? What the hell?
Well, I believe I finished with my confession. Why don't we get moving?
He sounded as if he'd just finished doing nothing more exciting than describing the weather. For Santa, it was the last straw.
What the hell is this shit? You aren't going anywhere, you son of a bitch. We're gonna leave your ass here to rot. Why? Because I killed Clover? That's ridiculous. Why are you so upset that I killed the little bitch? She was nothing to you. A stranger you only met a few hours ago. Am I wrong? You bastard!
7 roared and lifted a fist that would likely have shattered Ace's jaw, but someone else was faster.
It was Lotus.
Oh, snap. She stepped toward Ace, raised a fist of her own.
Eat shit, motherfucker!
And drove it straight into his nose. Oh, my fucking beautiful face, you fuck! Huh. You got some fire, don't you? I confess, I rather like a tough woman. Get over here, you dirty slut.
He sniffed and wiped a small trickle of blood from his nose with a raised eyebrow. You know, it just kind of hit me. Before, remember, he said he wanted to speak with Lotus. Ace did. So was he going to take her to kill her, and then was going to come back and kill Junpei? That's actually probably what it was.
Well, maybe you'd like another one then.
Before that, let me give you one of my own.
Huh?
Lotus scarcely had time to blink. Ace snaked his arm around her and pulled Lotus's back against him. In the same motion, he reached into his coat pocket. Oh my god! Oh, he got the gun from the fucking crate! Oh, Lotus, you stupid bitch! This is why we should have patted the guy down or something. 7 should have been the one that should have knocked his ass onto the ground. There's a gun, the revolver. Almost lazily, he tilted it to point at Lotus's head.
If any of you so much as blink, I won't hesitate to pull this trigger. I've already killed 2, no, 3 people. Don't think I'm not ready to make it 4.
3 people?
I knew it. He was the one who told the 9th man about what to do.
What do you mean?
Very well. Let me take this opportunity to illuminate you. The person who killed the 9th man was me. Although I suppose to be more accurate, I encouraged him to get himself killed.
I fucking knew it! I call that shit!
While we were examining the main staircase, he came to me and told me his name. I recognized it at once. So I gave him a little push. Just a little white lie. It seems the settings for the dead were altered. It only requires a single person to deactivate the detonator in the bracelet.
Oh, he was... Number 9 was in the game before. I think.
Investigate what's beyond door 5. We'll meet again later.
Okay, have a good one, guys. Yeah, I'm going off ahead now. Well then, live long and prosper. Yo, shit, why is it stopping? God damn it, you lied. Open the door, please. I'm begging you. Help me, please. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Oh my god, there's no time left. Listen, I was lied to. He lied to me, put me in here. It was him. He killed me. It was him. Yeah.
Boom. Dead.
I had four reasons for killing him. Wow, 4 reasons? Jesus. 1. As I said before, the Nonary game. The 9 bracelets of utmost importance. If I allowed him to keep such a useful tool, he, or it, would have become a threat to me. As such, I decided that he should be eliminated early on. 2. I wanted the number 9 bracelet. If I could manage to obtain it, I would be able to manipulate the game as I saw fit. I would be unable to acquire the bracelet unless its owner was dead. 3. Even setting aside his number, he would have been nothing but trouble for me. He was aware of my past. He knew what had happened here 9 years ago. It was important that I eliminate him before he was able to disseminate this information. Oh, God dang. So we're gonna find out who he was? Or we have to wait for the true ending, maybe? And lastly, I wish to conduct a simple test. A test to see if this Nonary game was serious or a poor attempt at a joke. I need to be quite sure, because he didn't set it up this time. He set up the one before. As such, I encouraged him to act against the rules so I might observe the outcome.
Junpei glared at him. I don't get your third motive. What the hell happened 9 years ago?
Didn't I say the Nonary game was played? I planned it out, and I conducted its execution.
Why? Why on earth what was it supposed to do?
I don't really think I have any obligation to tell you that. Ace smirked. He was trying to provoke them, and it was working. Although Ace had paid very little attention to Lois after catching her, the gun had never wavered from her temple. She looked quite pale, and when she spoke, her voice shook.
Hey, what's with this gun? Where did he get this?
Why don't you tell her, Santa? Santa ground his teeth and glared at Ace. On the other side of door 6, we found the gun in the coffin in the cargo room. Right? The bastard must have grabbed it when we weren't looking. Indeed, I did. That was a pretty serious mistake, you know. Just saying you intended to leave it behind. Ace laughed, a short, derisive snort, and gave Junpei a sickeningly pitying look. Well, there isn't much time left. I'll be off then.
Where are you going?
Do I really need to explain? I'd assume it would be obvious. I have the number 9 bracelet, and now I have Lotus. 9 plus 8 up is a 1. Wasn't there a door with a 9 on it in the room that looked like a church? That was where you're going, isn't it? And how do you know that? Santa told me about when we were looking for Clover. I see. Well, you are correct. That is my destination. But now I must say goodbye to all of you. Oh, and please, don't forget my warning. Move, and I'll pull the trigger. I don't need her alive to open the door, you know. As he spoke, Ace began backing toward the door, practically dragging Lois behind him. Junpei, Santa, June, and Seven stood frozen. Oh my god, this shit is getting fucking crazy! This is awesome, though! Ace had the face of a man got mad. They had no doubt he would pull the trigger. Ace had reached the exit. He forced Lois to open it and turned to address them once more. Goodbye. He then stepped through the door. See you later, bitches. Ha Ace always comes first. Ha ha ha. I told you that, didn't I, bitches? Behold, my brilliance.
Oh, now that this shit all makes sense.
It fell shut. In the blink of an eye, they were gone. As soon as Ace and Lois were gone, Junpei and the others left for the door in pursuit of Ace. Oh shit, she's gonna get killed, isn't she? But as Junpei laid his hand on the doorknob... Oh fuck, there was a noise behind him. He looked over his shoulder. Uh-oh. Oh, now Santa's over there. June was kneeling on the floor, breathing heavily. Hey, June, what happened? Are you alright? Santa ran to June and wrapped his arm around her before she could collapse all the way. Jeez, you're burning up. Your fever's back. Are you okay? June's fever had returned again for no apparent reason. Her eyes were watery and her eyelids drooped. Her breath came in dry, shallow gas.
I'm okay. Really, I'm fine. You should just be worrying about Lotus.
She was breathing hard now, and she could barely summon the strength to talk. Junpei was torn. He couldn't leave June alone in the state that she was in. But every moment they waited, Ace was farther away, Lotus's life in his hands. What was Junpei supposed to do? June's eyes drifted to Junpei. She managed to muster a weak smile.
Jumpy, don't worry about me. I just need a little rest. I'll be fine. Don't you remember? I just need a rest, a little bit of rest, a little bit last time. So please save Lotus.
Think about what Ace already done, Junpei. When he's got what he needs from Lotus, you really think he's gonna let her live? Just walk away?
God damn it! You guys go on ahead. As soon as June starts feeling better, we'll follow you. Go!
Junpei looked at June. She nodded once. She couldn't manage much more. But it was all the confirmation Junpei needed. His resolve was set.
Alright, come on, Seven, we're going after Ace.
Hell yeah, let's go, bitches.
Santa, you take good care of June. I'm trusting you.
Santa nodded. Junpei turned. Before he had a chance to change his mind, he started running toward the door. He could hear Seven's heavy footsteps behind him.
Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this, Seven.
Hell yeah, we're about to kick some monkey ass. Some monkey ass.
Junpei and Seven exploded into the hallway, their feet pounding the metal floor as they ran.